So if you watched one of the other shorts where I kind of was asking which build you guys wanted to see, number of people also answered this plumb rafter here. I know in my other videos I talked about how I was going to do the Rockaway build next, but not really feeling like starting that quite yet. Kind of excited to get this one going, so put it around in the garage tonight. I figure I'll start working on this because it's what I feel like doing. Well, if you didn't watch the followed me home video where I kind of gave you a better look at this, I'll show you it again. So this plumb rafter, really clean. A little bit of pitting, but nothing too bad. Pretty decent little stamp. 4 pounds. And it did weigh in at I don't remember, otherwise I would have just said it, but did weigh in at just under 4 pounds. So 3 pounds, 14 ounces. Just a hair under 4 pounds, which is awesome. Again, a little bit of pitting, but nothing too bad. Looks like it's in good shape otherwise. I think just judging by the finish, it looks like it may have had a bath in evapor rust at some point. I think what I want to do for this head and the handle, I don't know what I'm going to use with it, but what I want to do for the head is give this just a light coat with some steel wool, kind of knock whatever greases off. I'll use like a degreaser on it, either some Windex or maybe isopropyl alcohol or brake clean or something like that. Something to lift whatever oil is on the surface of this off. And then I plan on just giving this an even cold blue. Does it really need it? No. I just like the way they look. So that's what I'm going to do. So if you want to stay tuned and watch the build, I'm going to throw it on this 28-inch, straight 28-inch house handle, house hickory. Hickory house handle. There we go. Nice grain orientation. 0 run out. Had really good luck with these. Now if you order them, I like ordering them in bulk just because you sometimes do get a few that are, even if they're hand-picked, the grain orientation might be really good, run out might be really good, but it might be a little bit bowed. Palm swell might be a little bit lopsided. I haven't really come across anywhere the curves cut really poorly, so that's nice, but sometimes you do run into some ones that have some other issues with them. If you're not really that picky about it, it would absolutely make a perfectly serviceable handle. If you're just trying to, throw a head on something and get using it, it will absolutely work. But if you're trying to shape it up into something that's maybe a little bit prettier, a little bit better looking, sometimes you get some that are a little bit of a flop. So either way, I probably talked at length about that. You probably heard it a bunch of times. Let's get working on it. Alright, so I cleaned up pretty well. I think the surface finish was already pretty much the same as where it was. I used like a non-scouring pad. So hopefully just kind of lifted whatever oil or grease or wax or anything like that was on it off. Probably hit it with a little bit more just brake cleaner on its own just to kind of make sure. And then we'll get the balloon supplies out. Alright, so I know that was not going to be the crazy darkest blue job you've ever seen. Mostly because I didn't really sand the steel before doing anything. If I wanted a darker, deeper finish, I would have definitely sanded the head prior to bluing. But with kind of keeping some of that original character, some of those original scratches and marks, very happy with how it came out. And once this dries and kind of cures, it'll look even better once I hit it with some oil. That's really when bluing kind of comes to life. So yeah, happy with it. Kind of nice even finish. Took some of that silveriness away. So again, a lot of those kind of like bluey hues will kind of disappear once it kind of like dries, and then I oil it. So from that point on, I will start working on the handle. So I'm pretty happy with that fit so far. Maybe a little bit at the front of the tongue some more, but that's just a hair. I think after we sand it and do the final seat, that'll more than close up. Looks like plenty of room for the wedge to fill the eye. Get this to focus. There we go. Plenty of room for the wedge to fill the eye, so should be in shape. You can see after we blued it in just this little bit of time, it's already started to kind of flash rust, so I'm fine with that. Plan on just cleaning it up a little bit and then hitting it with some oil, and that'll just make it look even better. But hang's looking good. So what I've got here is just a oily rag. Just gonna wipe down that head. Maybe add a little bit extra to the. We'll add a little extra to the rag here. I'm happy with how that came out. I think it looks good. Gonna kind of let that oil cure on it a little bit. Soak in a little bit of some of that fresh bluing. Got the handle pretty far along, probably about as far as I want us to get it seated. I do want to do a little bit more shaping on it before I do the final seat, but pretty much there. It's a straight handle, so I'll thin it down a little bit, but it's not going to take nearly as much work as some of the curved ones that I usually do. And I think this one's actually going to be the one that I'm probably going to keep in my truck. So I'm not looking for something super fancy, but yeah, a little bit more thinned down, and especially in the shoulder. But I'll probably do a part 2 for that. Kind of let this kind of cure. Let this oil kind of set up. Let this do its thing. Then I'll come back and finish shaping the handle, and we'll hang it. So, if you want to see how this turns out, stay tuned for part 2. Thanks for watching, everyone.